God and have nothing else.
Yeah.
Because, like, at least at the time that I was growing up, being raised in a Catholic environment, like, those kind of people were very glorified. Especially with the people around me, like my grandma. She was basically trying to make me a priest and stuff like that.
Oh no.
Um, so yeah, I was like crying to my mom, being like, I know what I have to do to like satisfy Christ and all this stuff.
It's so hard.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it. It was just that idea of like, um, sacrificing all my personal needs for the greater good, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if I may say something, I'm glad that you're not a priest.
Same.
Don't get me wrong, you would make a brilliant priest. I believe in that. It's
I don't
just
think I
I
would.
mean, do you get how well can you do the voice? Can you like?
At some
Oh.
point, I would like question it all.
Yeah.
There's just no doubt that it would all come crumbling under me.
Yeah. Why am I a priest? Why don't I allow myself to jerk off?
Yeah,
is that the first thing you think of when you
that's like a legitimate thing, though. I think that shit really started my like descent away from Christianity.
Yeah.
are you serious?
In a way, yes, but it's not the complete
Oh,
story. But
oh my.
like I started, getting horny and going through puberty, and I was like, oh God, all this impure shit is like just going through my head, and
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm just, I'm not being a part, or I'm not being the kind of guy that God would want me to be. And
Like,
so
how'd you
my
do that?
mentality was like, I'm not even worthy of like praying to him because like who the fuck am I kidding? I'm
You can't.
a good
It,
disciple of God.
yeah.
So when that so with all the impure thoughts, I just stopped like praying at night like I used to do every night. I used to pray every night and then I stopped. And also
Claire's on speaker.
Amy, what? Okay. Sorry.
and then there was also the practice of like being at church and if you hadn't gone to confession, you don't take the Eucharist.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
all that stuff just like brought down shame and guilt into
There
my
is.
everyday life.
Yeah, there is a lot of shame and guilt in Catholicism. Think
Oh
about
my
it.
God, there's so much.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
why I
agree with
don't
that.
like it. So yeah, it really did kickstart like my departure from the church.
Yeah, I think that's why like most guys, especially in high school, so I like started becoming agnostic or atheist because it's like it's kind of like one of those crossing lines. Like all the guys are gonna jerk it. That's like that's not even a question. But
Yeah.
like then the question pops into your head like, well, why is this a bad thing? Like if I'm not hurting anyone, I'm just jerking it. Like, and then that's what makes you question everything about the Catholic Church. It's like, why would God stop me from doing something so innocent that doesn't hurt anybody, but it feels so good? Like, why? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Why would a beloved, benevolent God give us this power and then make us feel bad about it?
Isn't it because it's a temptation? Holy shit, there's a fucking big ass boar.
Just because it tempts you doesn't. Why does that make that bad morally? Like, who are you hurting when you jerk it? It's like it's your own thing. It's just between you and your body.
What the fuck?
That's like
Oh my fucking Jesus. This is a big ass bear. Oh, I mean, a boar. What is this, pig? Sorry.
Support.
Oh my god, I just got so tilted. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll shut up. I'll shut up. This Google speaker makes me miserable.
Just get rid of it.
Hmm?
Just get rid of it.
No,
turn
but
it.
I like the speaker portion of it.
Just
Just
buy
don't
a
like it when my
separate speaker.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I literally mean like stop talking and go to sleep because I can hear every word you're saying.
Okay, me.
Damn. What is the speaker thing? Well, you don't need to go to sleep, Claire. You can listen to us and type if you want.
What the hell? This boar is mad.
How do you spell Hermano?
Hermaon. Wait, did I say Hermano?
Okay.
I think I just got lost in my spelling in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can't be perfect human beings. That was something I went through a lot of guilt too. Like my early values, like in like high school ish, when I was like, I don't want to be a sexual deviant that jerks it. It's like, it's not.
Is that why you didn't do it?
Like, I think it was partially that. Like, it was just kind of like, what? Like, at first, it was just like, I just never even knew that's how it's done. Because I think I just grew up only watching Japanese lesbians. That was it. I don't think I ever
You never
watched.
just like touch yourself and then it's like, oh, this feels good. I'll just keep doing this.
Like, I don't think that happened until like grade 11.
Oh my god.
Like, of course, there was like, I don't think I ever went over that line until grade 11.
I see.
Yeah. This is how it was.
I went across that line very early.
Yeah, I was always confused when you guys talked about it. And I was like, what are you guys doing now? I remember like one night we went to Whistler in like grade 10. And I was with like Ben Cassers and like some other grade 12 or 11s. And they're like talking about their experience jerking it. And I was like, I don't even know what. They're like,
Guys actually talked about that in high school.
yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
You girls don't talk about it?
It wasn't ladylike.
You guys never actually like just like brought at any point in time just brought up masturbating, just like you girls do it too, right? They're like, yeah.
From the girls that I asked, which is a hilarious sentence to me. I'm pretty sure, like, everyone did it, but no one would admit it.
Yeah. That's what it
Or,
sounds like.
actually, maybe not everyone did it, but...
Not the really Catholic girls.
No, I think just, like, in general. Oh my god, it's fucking awesome.
Probably not until like after high school.
Yeah.
I feel like after
Or-
girls probably have like sex for the first time is when they realize, oh, that feels good. I can
I'm
do
pretty
this
sure,
by myself.
Like, nowadays, it's probably, like, way more open.
Yeah.
Feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, with Gen Z coming in. Fucking horny bastards.
Hmm?
Horny bastards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sex should just be fucking sex.
What?
Sex should just be sex.
Yeah. Really, like, when you have sex the first time, you realize it's not that big as a deal as you were raised your whole life to believe. Like, I don't know,
Pretty
like, what,
much.
I don't know what the spiritual or, like, mesmerizing or, like, super hyper bond experience that people are talking about. Like,
I mean, it's there.
like it can, but usually, like, you're in there, like, when you're in there, it barely lasts unless you're, like, practice. So, like, if it's, like, your first time, it's not gonna feel like that's super, like...
This is my first time hearing the guy's perspective, so...
It's more awkward and trying to figuring out than, like, super in love and just just filled with all this love of Jesus. And, like, it's the bond between two people coming in the most physical and intimate form that humans can possibly do. So it's just like, okay, can you move? Like,
Oh.
alright. Alright. Okay, wait.
Actually, be quiet and try to sleep. If you don't be quiet, I will literally turn off the Wi-Fi.
You can type, Clara.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, she can hear everything. That sucks.
How close are you guys' rooms?
Right next to each other.
Ah, that sucks. You can invest in some soundproofing in your room, some sound insulation.
Egg cartons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
But yeah, it's just like sex is really just like it's there for a bit and then it's done. Then you like do some more stuff. And it's very slimy. It's very wet. It's a lot of it's very tiring.
Okay.
Like your arm gets sore.
Okay.
Like I really don't know who in the past was like, yo, this shit is beautiful.
It can be beautiful.
In movies, like
No, in general too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do like you can make the aesthetics like the atmosphere. Like you can get some candles. You can get like
It's
the
more
purple
the stuff like
curtains.
surrounding it than the actual it.
Yeah,
itself.
yeah. I mean, like if you want to go for that, they didn't say to do that in the Bible. They didn't say thou must have lavender scented candles
Okay, that's not what I was.
before marriage.
I was saying more like thou must cuddle afterwards.
Thou must engage in at least 20 minutes of foreplay and go down on her as well. And make sure that you kiss her even after she swallows.
Yeah. Jesus would do that.
He better have. That should have been. That's one of the most important rules. The 10 Commandments of sex.
Oh. Okay then.
Oh yeah, I just never felt after it's like I'm so incredibly bonded to this person.
Well,
This is just some person that one
I
person.
don't think.
You know, I think the person that came up with those rules was probably a virgin.
Oh my god. Okay, no.
No, you probably was. The people that wrote the Bible were probably virgins. Like, I don't know how anyone comes out of sex. I mean, this is such a beautiful out of worldly thing. Like, it feels good. Like, it can be fun with the right people.
I
Like,
think you just
all-
haven't found the right person to do it with.
I mean, that's also a possibility.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think
If you do it
Like
with someone you like,
it's
I think it
biological
feels
too,
like
man.
that.
There's so many chemicals running around your brain.
Oh yeah, but they don't last
And
forever.
okay, yeah, but they
Yeah.
can.
Well, like they don't last forever because of sex. It's because of like other stuff in life that when you build your relationship.
Yeah, but sex helps.
Oh yeah, of course.
And in those moments it can feel like the magical bullshit that they talk about.
Well, yeah, but it's the moment, like where you come and it's like, oh, and then you
Okay,
cuddle.
well, they're not saying in the Bible when thou comes.
And y'all gonna feel a rush.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lit. That's why you gotta wait for marriage. You can't have that rush with your side hoe. It's gotta be your main hoe. Thank you, Jesus. Young Jeezy.
Young Jeezy.
Yeah. Like I get like I get like the feeling. Some of those like it does feel intimate, but it doesn't feel like it has to be like super exclusive to like before marriage kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
Like it's
like
not worth waiting like till you're till like your 40s or whatever. Like if you have the opportunity to do it, like just do it. Like, it's always not gonna be good your first time. Like as good. I mean, like you need practice. You know, if God wanted us to wait till marriage, they shouldn't have made it so complicated.
there's so many rules with you.
Well, I mean, like you can't make something that takes practice to like.
Like, okay, when these rules were made,
So I'm confident that half the people that wrote the Bible were virgins. You know, wouldn't it make sense that they're virgins? Aren't they supposed to be like priests or whatever? Like sex is bad.
no, dude, you know who wrote the Bible? The Bible.
They're written by the disciples.
Did the disciples have children?
I'm pretty sure they were allowed to marry.
Why aren't priests allowed to marry? I feel
Only
like
one of the
wouldn't they
only
have
one of the
been so?
disciples became the first pope, but not all of them became priests.
I feel like the people most closest to Jesus, like if they're supposed to like be like the examples for all of people, and
You
like
gotta remember, there weren't contraceptives back then. You only lived till like you were 30.
uh,
Like,
maybe that's why, because they just wanted you to have a baby with one person, not create a bunch of babies.
yeah, society's just way different than it was back then.
All right. I mean, it makes it more likely they could have been virgins if they
I
only lived till
mean,
30.
yeah, they probably were virgins.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Possibly. But yeah, this is 2020 now. Sex is not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like it should be just like a fun recreational thing. And I think it's better to teach it like that. I think that's what they're trying to do now.
Mm-hmm. At least in terms of safe sex, that's the best way to approach it.
Yeah, it's like it's a recreational activity with risks, like rock climbing.
Oh
It
my!
it can be fun if done safely.
Like
Otherwise,
rock climbing.
you can hurt yourself and your partner.
I disagree with that particular part.
Well, you need safety equipment for rock climbing.
It is like rock climbing, yeah.
It can
But
get
it's not
exciting
far
and
away.
sweaty.
Mm.
Claire's gonna. She doesn't want to admit it because every time she goes rock climbing now. But yeah, like there are risks involved, so just know how to do it safely and mitigate those risks. It's like driving. You gotta teach
Mm.
someone to drive before they hit the road. And it takes practice. Preferably with an adult with their own license, 25 years or older.
Ew.
I meant like a teacher. That's why you need sex ed in school. All comes full circle.
Right.
But yeah, so being a perfectly good person's hard. It's kind of not worth it. It's like you're a super good person but not enjoying life. Like, so you're living out your values, but then are you getting your bang for buck for your one ticket of life?
Mm-hmm.
So like it is a balance because we have a consciousness. We want to be good. We also want to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like fair.
So that's why I'm just like,
These are the moments where I realize that girls really do think differently from guys in some sense.
What do you think of all this as our representation for the entire female population?
I don't think that's right, but
Yeah, it was a me.
don't think what's right.
girls usually do feel the
Oh,
emotional part about sex.
well, I mean, I'm
Well,
not speaking for all guys, but I do too.
yeah.
It's there.
Mm-hmm. But for just
Actually, so what's your problem, man?
What do you mean, what's my
What do you
problem?
not get? What do you not get anything out of that?
I didn't say I don't get anything out of that. I think it's overblown.
Like,
well,
you really don't feel
Like
what am I trying to say?
Do I feel more connected to that person?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the person. I don't think sex in itself does that. I think it's like more of all the stuff surrounding it, like the communication, like just how good your relationship was beforehand. Like when I think, like most of my experience, I don't really think like relationships are like more or so the same before and after, depending on if it's a good person. Sometimes it gets like weirder. I guess that's more on the emotionality on the other person. I think I was thinking like Boom Geisha, probably her. But when I think we did like a bunch of other stuff before that, you can do a lot of sexual activities besides like vaginal sex that probably have like nearly the same effect.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference between like I guess like
Well,
vaginal
in
sex and
theory,
like the
vaginal
other
sex.
bases, huh?
In theory, it's just like the best form of it, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much. It's just like you get the best orgasm, but like it's not like
You know,
for like for me,
like
it's
your
like
genitals literally in their genitals.
for me, it's not like the orgasm. It's more like the sense of intimacy that comes along with it. You know, I think that's what most girls also think about, like sex instead of like a tool for orgasm. It's more like um a way to feel more intimate with their partner. Which is why you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to like have like random ass sex, like just
what
with
about girls
anybody.
that do have random ass sex?
I mean, those people, I guess, want more enjoyment. Like, it's not a bad thing, but then a lot of other girls just usually want the intimate feeling.
But you
Well,
can
Which
yeah.
is
also
why,
get
like, if you,
intimate feelings from just like random ass sex too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But then it's like more intimate if you're doing it with someone you love as opposed to someone you just met
Yeah,
on the
Well,
street.
yeah, but that's not
that's
easy.
true.
You can't just find someone you love and have sex with them every Friday night. Sometimes like
That's, yeah.
you you go
Usually,
through periods where you can't find someone, and so you just have to Tinder it up.
mm, yeah, I mean, like the feeling of liking someone obviously comes like
Yeah,
differently.
of course
Like,
it does. I think
like,
anyone would agree with
and
that.
it also comes at like the most randomest timings. Like, I didn't expect Peter to like show up in 2020.
No
Like,
one
it's
did.
just exactly. It's just like you don't know when's gonna something's gonna happen. So
I just come out of nowhere.
it just
Yeah, I
literally
get
hits
it.
you out of nowhere.
It's Claire.
What?
The phrasing. P, did you hear that?
What?
I mean, I literally said the same thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. Alright. You weren't laughing. I wasn't sure. You got my high class humor. Okay, but yeah. I mean, yeah, of
We're
course that's the
yeah.
best. Like, relationship sex is always going to be better because, like, it's easier to communicate with that person. You know what
But
they like.
like, actually, I don't know. I don't have enough experience to say anything.
But, like, of course that's, like, better. Like, in theory, if, like, all the pieces are aligned. It's just not that easy in real life. We don't really have that choice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
cause I don't really think I ever had like sex with someone that I like thought I was like in love with.
That's probably a factor.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But,
Just wait till you have that shit.
Hits you differently.
it's different.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure it would be more fun. But like, I mean, I've done like sexual activities with like a lot of people. I mean, no, I guess I don't know where I was going with that one. But anyways, well.
I've had sex with a lot of people.
No.
Is that a flex?
Yeah, it's like I'm just flexing on everyone here.
Mm-hmm.
I've used Tinder a lot. Get on my level. I don't know. I always just thought of sex as just something fun. You do. I don't think like
it should be viewed that way, and then like, and and it'll be more fun.
yeah. I think it's like one of those activities that like I feel like any activity you do with someone like can bring you together. Like if you were to go like on a hike with a girl that you like fell in love with, like experience fun times there. Like, that could be something that like that's intimate that brings you together. Obviously, like with sex, that's like more intimate. And, like you see them naked, and then you get comfortable like showing those private areas of your life.
Oh god damn. Just reminded me of something. Oh no, it's nothing. I was just changing today out of my uniform, and then like my like 40-year-old boss came up.
Smack your ass.
No, no, not that guy. Um, because there's like a curtain you can hide behind, and I was like, no one's gonna come up here, fine. And then she came up, and I was like, God damn it.
Oh no. She saw everything.
Yeah.
Who saw everything?
My unmentionables.
Now you're intimate with her. Did you feel that bond?
Wow.
No. I don't really like her. Actually, she's okay.
Oh, dude, the shower thought on Reddit. The idea of a vagina with teeth is terrifying, but we are perfectly happy to put our wiener in a mouthful of teeth.
Oh.
That's deep.
Huh. I mean, well, yeah. Just imagine if you had like teeth on your dick. That'd be terrifying too.
Well, yeah, but I think like the idea of like vagina with teeth is scary because like it would bite down on our dick, but then we already do that with the mouse,
Yeah.
and they can bite
Yes.
down.
It's just genitals are just gross.
Mm.
They're just icky.
How long have you been on this topic for?
It started out really deep.
Mm-hmm.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is still a deep talk.
Fuck
Mm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just the conversation of sex. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. I don't know. Haven't you ever been in like those like areas in sex where it's like you just start doing the same motion and then you start thinking about other stuff?
Yeah.
It's just like,
that's like normal.
well, yeah. It's just like I think I like the illusion that like all of sex is like super beautiful and like the Titanic where it's like you're up in the glass, sweaty all over and it's just steam. Like
Except Peter wouldn't know because he didn't watch Titanic.
you gotta know that scene at least.
I know that scene. I've seen that scene.
He's seen that scene.
I've lived that scene.
He lived that scene.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. With myself.
Yeah, same. It's just not like that like super romanticized version. It's just like it's like and you know what? Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's awkward. Sometimes like in rare occasions it can be that super beautiful thing.
I don't think it's that rare though. Just like it is harder to find, but it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
You just haven't been there.
Have you
You gotta
can
get there,
Can you
man.
say you've been there?
I mean, I felt like I've been there.
Did it change your life?
Is it supposed to?
I feel like the thing that changes your life most about sex is just like realizing sex isn't that big of a deal and like you don't need to feel so pressured to have it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But we live in a society.
We live in a society.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck's sake, god damn it.
But yeah, so you don't need to be like the best person ever. Just like enjoy life. Have sex. It's like, don't let the church make you feel bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that now.
Yeah, we are.
To
So
tell me now.
that's why I kind of like upset with like the upbringing I got with Catholicism because I feel like a lot of these important lessons like I got delayed in because instead of learning like these things that I know now that like build the foundation for the rest of my life, I had to like struggle to figure it out against like learning about like, oh, you gotta like your body's a temple and you gotta can't think dirty thoughts about people because that's impure for whatever arbitrary reason. And
Yeah, but like
if you do it, you're not a good person.
that's also the cool thing about life.
Yeah. Cool thing is like you figure things out.
Yeah.
To some degree, yeah. You know, I, we reason we had our Catholic upbringing is how we know how to refute it now. To some degree. But I mean, I don't know. I would never like purposely raise a kid in a
Well,
way.
yeah, maybe
I
like purposely, but
yeah.
with yourself, I wouldn't look at it so negatively.
I mean, that's fair. There's upsides.
Like maybe if you took a different path, you would have been more repressed than you are now. You never know.
You never know. Yeah. Right. If you're happy with who you are now, you shouldn't have regrets. No. Yeah, just hypothetically, you know, what could
Yeah.
have been.
Oh, fuck me.
And like definitely when I raise my kids, gonna teach them, gonna give them the fast pass to good ideology. You can masturbate, my child. Here's a pamphlet from the local health clinic. Go and be free.
Nice. We should like visit one of those,
Yeah,
like a Planned Parenthood.
dude.
Plant?
Yes, Clara. The plant parenthood.
I said planned.
Oh,
You know, she's Korean. She can't hear the end.
shut up.
They don't have that sound in Korean.
No, it's just my Canadian
No, it's not, Peter. Don't.
lingo.
Your
I
lingo
do have like the smallest Canadian accent.
is small.
Like the like redneck Canadian accent that's like stereotyped.
Yeah, I think we do. You know, like those like white people that say like, "Do I even have an accent?" Like, I just sound like normal. Like, yes, you do, bitch. That's your accent right there.
I just sound normal. I was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I hear that. They're like, "Do I even have an accent?" Like, we doesn't sound like an accent to us. Like, I bet like Australians don't think they have an accent, or at least when they're growing
Yeah.
up, till they learn about the Australian accent. Because I think like just America became like the kind of standard in media for like how people talk,
Mm-hmm.
like that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're kind of just like in their own bubble.
Yeah.
But I still want to go to like London and be like, you don't know how lucky you are.
They do sound hot. Every time I hear a British girl, I'm just like, yes. Yes. I think British accents are probably the hottest ones. Am I not? Am I not right? Am I right or am I right? Am I right?
Probably right. What's a hot accent? What else is a hot accent?
I don't know.
At least in Spoken in English.
Spoken in English. French.
Most of Asia just sounds terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Really? Is there any hot Asian accent? I don't think. They sound good in their own languages.
Yeah. Especially Filipinos.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Aldrin. I think even Aldrin admits that. That's why he's always hunting for Korean.
He he did say that, I think. He did agree with me.
Yeah. I think Australians are also. That's a nice accent. French can be kind of hot. Not Quebec. Not Quebecian. But like straight from France, French. That can be.
Oh yeah. French is cool.
That's French accent. But it's not like. It's like a weird, different hot. It's like. It's like it's hot because like. It's associated with like romantic French movies. At
Yeah.
least for me.
Yeah.
Well, I see.
I should be asleep.
Shouldn't you? Or should we start talking about deep stuff again? Think about that, Petey. Think about it.
Mm,
But yeah, it's the void that religion left that we gotta pick up on our own.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't die yet on me. Did Clara die?
No, I'm here.
Shh. You're gonna wake up Amy. That's why, Petey, I just need to find my slow talking gamer girl. That's why. And then I'll have the most passionate sex. And I'll feel so in love. I'll change everything.
Can't wait for that day.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it'd be great.
It will be a great day. You prefer fast talking gamer girls or slow talking gamer? Are you a mid talking gamer girl? Where do you stand on gamer girls?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's already like a common interest, so
Yeah.
nothing to complain about. I wouldn't say it's what I strive to find.
Yeah, but I feel like just like the identity of gamer is so much more wide than it used to be back when we were like in school. Like back then, if you were a gamer, to some degree, like there were more things in common. You probably play some of the most popular Nintendo games. Maybe the most popular like online PC games like League or StarCraft and that stuff. But now it's like there's so many. You see like that Donkey video with like the $50 million gamer house or whatever.
No.
Okay, well like if you watch that, it's like he's basically like making fun of this dude who made like a big gamer house, and the only games they play are like Fortnite and Among Us. And it's like, wow, like that feels like so alien to what I know as gaming. Like in like the most basic games, like
Yeah.
like I don't
Yeah.
feel I could relate to at all with someone like that. If that's like their gaming is, there's like gaming mobile apps.
This is something you think about.
It's just like it was like one of those realizations that I had while watching that video. It's like, because if I were to hear gaming house, I'd be like, yo, that's so cool. I want to like check that out. I bet I'll get along with the people. But it's like when I see that, it's like, wow. I heard gaming, but that's like this is not what I imagined gaming was. Like, it doesn't feel like what I know. And it's
Fair
like
enough.
a bit shocking.
I don't know. I've kind of come to expect that. Actually, they either play League or like, who calls himself a gamer? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no one
who's
really.
using these terms?
Pretty much non-gamers. If you self-identify with that, then yeah. But like in spirit, like, you know.
Like, if a girl was a gamer, it'd be cool. But also, if a girl wasn't a gamer, it'd also be cool, but in a different way. You know what I mean?
Could you really date someone that like doesn't play any games?
Yeah.
Really? What would you do together?
Like, literally anything else.
Okay, but then like, what would you do when like a new game comes out you want to play?
I just play it by myself.
Really? I mean, I guess it depends like how much like how passionate you are towards certain games.
Yeah, because, like, first of all, I don't give a shit about uh multiplayer games, especially
Okay.
competitive ones. The games that I really care about are more like story driven.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of getting there now too. The Dango Rango Bango. I feel like I want to get into more story games now.
Yeah. I feel like I need like, if they were super into movies, like, oh man, that'd be cool.
Oh, okay, so movies is your video games.
I guess so. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair.
But like, I don't really care. I don't look to hobbies as like my be all end all.
I guess if you're not a big hobbies person, which is not me. If you look in my room, there's literally hobby barfed everywhere. Which is also something I noticed myself. Like, I thought to myself, like, if someone were to walk into my room, what would they think of me? And I was like,
Well, you know,
yeah. It's like one of those things,
it's
like,
happened.
what?
It's already happened.
What do you mean it's already happened? Oh, like I had girls walk into my room? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't comment. That's not what they're there for.
Exactly. So why does that matter?
Why does it matter?
Yeah.
Of what they think?
Yeah.
Oh no, like, oh, it's because like I mean like, not when I say that I don't mean it in the perspective of like I care what people think when they see it. I'm saying the perspective like, what does this say about me? Like, who am I? What? Like, it's like seeing who you are from your actions, not what you think. If that makes sense. Like really like self-reflecting. And it's like, because we can think one things of ourselves, but does our actions match up with what we think?
Okay, but like, why would um like, do your hobbies really define you as a
Yes,
person?
pretty much. So, so I like
Like, that's how
what
you like show yourself off to the world.
pretty much. And
Okay.
when I look like, it's not something I probably would have said before. Like if I was just trying to like come up with a bullshit answer, but like I look now, kind of like yeah. I mean like,
I don't
what do I?
know. Like, I could say other things about you
Yeah, you can.
that I would like think paint a better picture than, oh, he likes Pokemon.
Well, that's a
You know?
big. I mean like, but you can say that like my personality could come off in different ways, and like I think I'm more complex than that too. So because like
Yeah.
I also have job and like education. Those are also part of what makes someone. But if you think like, what do I like willingly choose to spend my time on? That kind of, I feel like that paints like the best picture of who someone is. Like you have this time. What do you gravitate to? Like what is in your gut that that yearns for? And it is like the Pokemon and the Yu-Gi-Oh and the video games and the wrestling and the Destiny debates and the animes and the weeb stuff and the nature and hiking and the gymming and the loyal zoil. Yeah. Yeah, so, but basically a bunch of my stuff comes down to like those hobbies. And like if I try dating someone that doesn't share those hobbies, like I can talk to them, I can make conversations, but like will that like make a fulfilling long-term relationship if there's like no hobbies in common? If I look at myself who I am, then no, that answer is no. So that's how I kind of came to my realization about like the slow talking gamer girl, because it's like the best of, it's like the both worlds, a compatible personality and interests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. What would you say for yourself then, if you were to like evaluate yourself from the outside looking in? What do you think like you would need in a relationship to make it like truly satisfying? Also, I'll just throw in sex because that's a given. That's like, that's why I'm dating girls, not guys. That's just that's got to be part of the package deal. There's no negotiating.
Right.
It's alright. I cut you off.
Do you not want me to be here when you guys are talking about this? Am I like Am I like bothering or like?
Did we ask you to leave?
Well, I just felt like
Are you bothered by it?
no,
I think
no. But
that's
I
the
just
real
I just
question.
felt like maybe you guys want to talk about some things, but I'm like in the in the way.
Literally, no one has said anything about you being in the way or
Yeah, I
hesitating.
was I was just asking, bro. Chill.
Thank you for being overly considerate. You can stay.
Okay.
Wait, what was the question?
Well, what do you like? If look from the outside looking in on yourself, like who you think you are. What do you think you would like need in a relationship to like make you truly
Mm,
satisfied?
I don't, I'm not like super like I'm fine with my hobbies just like being my own thing.
Yeah.
Like that's totally okay with me. But I would appreciate a sense of like mm, something like wanting to try new things and uh having an open mind and gaining perspective of the world, I guess. Stuff like that.
Yeah. They're good things. Open mind's a good one.
Like that's probably uh all I would need.
Really? If they weren't in, not even like the movies thing.
No, I don't.
They could be not into movies, not into games.
Yeah. Well, the thing about like having an open mind is like they don't have to be into it, but like they could, you know,
But they
like
try it.
yeah.
What if they don't
And
enjoy it when you try it with them?
I, the thing about these kind of things is like it's more like the pursuit of trying to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, um, like if I were dating someone and oh, what the fuck they're into? What am I not into? Um, hmm, I don't know. Let's say they don't give a shit about pottery or what it's like their
Pottery.
whole
You're not
life.
super into pottery.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck about pottery. I don't care, but it's like I'm interested in what they give a shit about it and what makes why it's so important to them and that kind of stuff. And exploring that would be like, um, what would attract me
Mhm.
into sharing that hobby with them. Oh my
Oh my God, are you okay?
god, this turkey's just really dry. I don't know why I'm still eating at this hour.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, but I don't want to get up. I'll eat later in the night.
And I would appreciate like the same if I could find someone that like does the same thing with my hobbies, that'd be perfect. Obviously, they're not all gonna be home runs. Like, I'm not like I could try to love pottery, but it's not gonna work out, and that's okay.
Pottery sounds fun. I think it would be fun for like a date, but not like a whole hobby.
Mm, it'd be cool to like just watch from a distance.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know. I don't really care about hobbies because like it'd be nice, but I find can still enjoy or have hobbies be a part of the relationship without the need for both of us to be super into it. If that makes sense.
Hmm.
So yeah, they're important, but um, for me, what's more important is just like being more open-minded and kind of adventurous, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I see where you come from, and then,
Yeah,
I'm
just doing
picking up
all,
what you're putting down. I feel
yeah,
it. It's like,
yeah.
that's solid. Yeah, maybe I'm just a little weird when it comes to it. It's just like,
Well,
because
nothing
like,
wrong with that.
yeah, I know. Because I just like I feel like if I don't have like the same hobbies, I don't know what to like talk to them about like long term. Like not all hobbies have to be the same, but there has to be like some overlap with like some like it's gotta be like a Venn diagram. Like some of them's gotta overlap, but like there can be some outside that we can try. But like personally, like for me, like if a girl's not like into like something I'm into, but they like try to get into for the sake of like trying to please me or like trying to get closer to me, like that doesn't like I don't know, it doesn't feel like a turn on for me. Like that kind of like feels the opposite. Like I don't like
Well,
that.
it's not like if you look at it that way, then sure, yeah. But like because the way you see it, like they're not getting anything out of it. But if I were like if it were me, like I would be getting something out of it because I want to like try and explore this cool new thing, and also like the person that I'm interested, I get to like um see them thrive in their element and stuff like that. Like there's a bunch of positives than actually doing the the thing.
Like you doing their thing or them doing your thing.
But 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 both.
Like,
Like
so you feel like that you do you thrive when you see them like trying to do something you like, not because like they have an interest in it, but just because like they see that you like it.
yeah,
Okay.
like showing a genuine interest. Like I don't care if they actually care about it, but like trying to be a part of it. Um, and not only that, but like actually getting like something out of it. It doesn't have to be anything big, but just like I don't know, trying something new or
Oh, yeah. I guess for me it feels like a lot of work. Like if they like genuinely like it and they want to learn it for themselves and get into it for like the long run, then like yeah, that'll be fun. Like if they want to, they play Pokemon games. Like yo, I really like this. I want to play all the games in the future. Like oh shit, yeah, we can talk about the Pokemon you see. We can like memorize them together. Or, like just an example. I know it's really weird, but like something like that. And then it's like, yeah, but if it's like she's not, oh, I'm not really into Pokemon, but like I can come to you with you to like this Pokemon convention, and I can like, oh, that's Pikachu. I know Pikachu. And it's like, what are those ones? Like, it just feels like a lot of work to me. Like I don't want to explain these things to someone that doesn't actually care about them. It's
I
like
don't think you have to share like every single thing. Like you don't have to be exactly the
oh
same,
no, yeah, I said you don't have
you
to be. I
know?
said like it's a Venn diagram.
Yeah, and then like for example, why like if you don't like her like asking those questions about like Pokemon, for example, then you can just choose to not go to conventions with her. You have other friends you can go with who have the similar hobbies, and then you can be with your girlfriend for other activities.
I mean, yeah,
Like it's just like the balance of finding the right amount of similarities for you, but like that's the thing, like doesn't the similarities doesn't have to be hobbies necessarily. If
yeah, I
for
know. That's
you,
just for me. That's just how I
yeah.
kind of am. I'm not saying it has to be for everyone, because I can recognize that I'm probably a little weird in this area. Um, this is how it is. Because
I want to
I
say it's
may,
weird. Always like
well, I like. I mean, when I say weird, I mean it's like not as common, possibly.
oh
I don't know. Like I don't feel like I don't feel like it's a bad thing myself either. It's just like because maybe my hobbies mean more to me than like what other people's hobbies mean to them. Like, so that could just be why it's not as important in relationships for them. And like I don't, again, like I don't think we have to have all our hobbies in common. It's just like it's not like satisfying to me. Like if a girl like is trying to get into one of my hobbies, not because she's trying to like make me happy, rather than like because she has a genuine interest in it. Like, because that just doesn't make me like happy. Because like I want to like talk about how great the hobby is, like how cool these things are about it, not like
Yeah, exactly. Well, like, but I'm like saying the same thing though.
yeah.
Like, mm, like they don't even have to like explore uh the thing itself. They can like explore like why you like it. That's like a big drawing for me.
Oh no, yeah. I think like one of the I guess like the examples I have is when remember Brittany, old Brittany. I think I remember like telling her I was like super into Pokemon. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I could try getting into Pokemon for you, or like try to learn about it for you." It's like, man, like she said something around those lines. I was like, I don't like that. Doesn't mean you actually like Pokemon. You're just trying to like make me happy, and I don't think that's gonna make like these satisfying conversations with you about Pokemon. Like I'd rather just have that be something separate than just focus on things that we both actually. Because like when someone does something they enjoy versus something like they're trying to force themselves to, like you can tell when someone's like forcing themselves.
It could be a sign of consideration. I don't know, but
Yeah, I know they're trying to be considerate, but it just doesn't work for me. Like it doesn't make me like as pleased as it might make other people. Because again, like I care more about the hobby than like enjoying the hobby than like making sure that I can enjoy with other people. Like it's cool if I can enjoy with other people. That's probably why like if I'm in a relationship, it's kind of like having a dog that like you really love. Like this dog is a part of my life. Like you need to
don't say
love this
that.
dog if you want to love me, because I'm gonna be
Don't say
spending.
that to your future girlfriend.
But it makes sense if you think about it like that. Like I love this
Yeah,
dog. It's gonna be spending a
yeah,
lot of time with me. If you want to
yes,
be with
but
me, you need to love
mhm.
this dog too. I don't want you to just babysit this dog, not treat it with the proper love it gets, because I'm gonna be spending time with this dog. We both better
Wow.
be having a good time with this dog.
Hmm.
The fuck?
Like it makes sense. Like right?
Wait,
Like
so
does that?
Pokemon's the dog? The Pokemon's the dog.
Yeah, the Pokemon's the dog. Like I love this dog. I don't need someone else to love this dog. I just love it for the dog itself. If we're gonna be spending a lot of time together, the dog is going to overlap in some of that time. And there's multiple dogs because there's multiple hobbies. But this is one of those dogs. And if she's like, "Oh, I don't really like this dog, but like if you like this dog, then I guess I'll like try to learn about the dog." And it's like, well, but it's like it's not really gonna be fun when we go on outings with the dog then, because you don't care about the dog. You're just trying to be with me, but I want to be with the dog.
Hmm.
Make more sense? I don't
I
know.
mean, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I guess I just don't see it that way.
Yeah, maybe it made more sense when it was just actually Pokemon. Because I don't want to explain something to someone that's not actually into it. 'Cause it's also not gonna make us like fun conversation about Pokemon. Like it's fun if they want to learn everything, or like as much as they can. Like if they want to learn about, if they want to play all the games, and they want to learn Pokemon the lore. talk about that. But then like, they just want to like
I guess
bring up
you just
random
see it
stuff.
as work, but I just think it's fun. I guess.
Maybe I'm not like never been someone that's like been super into like splurging my hobbies to other people, like showing it off like how cool it is. Like I'm not like up to random people at parties like, yo, you get to see this Pokemon? It's lit, yo. Like I'm more like if there is a group of people already talking about Pokemon, I'll like step in and be like, what you gotta say about this Pokemon? So I gotta interrupt and like correct some of you guys. You guys said Caterpie isn't an S tier design. That's the kind of conversation. Like I'm not gonna bring it up to people that don't know it because it's not like satisfying. Usually, there's always some weird exceptions, but like usually, like it's more fun to talk about people that know it already.
I guess I don't know. I think I would enjoy, like, I'm not the type to go up to people and be like, yo, check out my hobbies, they're so cool. But if someone's actually, like, willing to sit down and, like, listen to the bullshit I have to say, then I'm gonna take that chance. Because it sounds like fun.
Yeah, maybe that's just like a difference. Like yeah, like when I've actually had that before. Like people like they talk about their hobbies and like in my brain I'm just like yep oh wow I don't care but I'm listening yeah yeah okay.
But also at the same time, it could be cool, like, observing people's passion about it.
Yeah, it is cool and I don't like discourage anyone from doing it.
Yeah,
It
I
really is
remember
just
I was at
me.
a party with the grade 11s, and
Yeah, like
fucking Steven Ennis like, came up to me.
yeah, Steven Ives, like he did that with poker, like when we were on one of our band things, our jazz band things, and that's like, yeah, dude, like if you love to splurge that stuff, like he splurged poker to me. I didn't understand anything at the time, but like later I got into poker, like I don't like because of like
Yeah.
JoJo and like play. I know the rules now. I was like, yeah, I can appreciate how all the cool things he was saying back then, but at the time, I wasn't into poker, so like
Well,
my
yeah,
brain
that's
was
the
just
thing.
like,
Is like my like sure I might not be into it, but at the time, but I don't know. It's just like exploring new stuff, I guess.
yeah. My brain is just kind of not wired for that as well. Something's it's gotta be related to something I know. Can't be like
Mhm.
entirely foreign, or else I'm just kind of like what? Or like my brain just doesn't care. Just wants to go back to thinking about stuff that it does care about.
Yeah, that's fair. My brain just likes new shit, so that's where all that comes from.
Yeah, it's one of those come to honest realizations I've had with myself. That's like I'm not that into like change and new stuff as I thought I was. So I always thought like I want to travel everywhere. I want to try new stuff. But like if I look at my behaviors, do I really pretty much like do the same hobbies? I eat the same food, listen to the same music. Like I listen like nearly like the same songs every day. I mean like obviously like there's like trends that, like pass through like certain collections of songs over time. But like a lot of it is like same repeat. I don't listen to like Spotify for new albums and stuff. I get like the same flavors of drinks and or the same food at restaurants. I really am like the more like I stick to what I like and I'm satisfied with that.
Mm. Well, that's good that you realize that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of things you learn when you get brutally honest with yourself.
Mm.
that was like one of those things where I think I said before where Tristan was like kind of passive in the conversation where it's like I realize I'm not that interesting in conversations myself either. Like I like used to criticize like those girls on Tinder for like saying their hobbies are food, eating food.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I'm not really that interesting in random conversations either. Can't really judge them that much.
You judged girls for having the hobby of eating delicious food?
Yes, and to some degree, I still kind of do, but I don't.
Oh,
But
oh
I don't say I'm.
my
But I don't think I'm more
God.
interesting
I
than
mean, I can see where he's coming from, but
Mm.
them.
well, no, you need the context of what was being said
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out.
Thanks, sweetie.
because I don't know, what was it like? It was like a icebreaker or something, and they were talking about like, oh, what do you do in your free time or something like that.
I eat
And
food.
all they could come up with was that they ate food.
Like, what does this tell me about you?
She likes food.
Yeah.
That's cool. I do too.
Yeah.
Yes, I love basic survival.
No delicious.
For delicious. Oh, okay. Now we're getting specific.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's just like a really common thing. Like, especially in Japan, like, just like every girl, especially on Tinder, like everywhere you meet, what do you like to do? I like to eat food. It's like, for me, you got kind of like,
Me.
it's too much. Especially because especially I'm someone that really doesn't care about food. Like I'm really
Yeah.
not like a big food guy. That's why it's like
Yeah.
I order the same things at restaurants that I know I like. I don't.
Yeah. Of course you would think that.
Yeah, of course. And maybe there's a like Aldrin went to Japan. He would be like, "Oh my god, everyone has the same hobby as me, eating food."
Wow,
Oh, I'm
just
sorry
throwing
for
shade at all.
children.
He made a channel called Drin Eats. He knows he likes to eat. Yeah,
I mean, like, I can see the appeal.
yeah,
There's appeal there.
I know there is. I just don't. I think what I've like come to realize is that people or like those girls that say like their hobby is eating food. They get like the same enjoyment from like eating really delicious food that I probably get from like hiking a really beautiful mountain or like listening to a really good Japanese song or whatever. Like I feel
There
like
you go.
that has to be what it is. Like, and I just don't feel like I don't feel like that when I eat good food. Like I feel like oh yeah, it was good. But like
Yeah.
I would never travel to like eat different foods. Like there are people that like travel to different countries and like the first thing they do, I need to eat the food. I need to see what's up. I need to get that in my mouth. For me, it's like I don't give a fuck about the food. I want to see some beautiful places. I want to hike the mountains,
Yeah.
swim in the lakes. Wanna
Yeah. There you
That's
go, man. There you go.
yeah.
You're just different, that's all.
Yeah, and I'll still never understand, and I'll still shit on it, but I'll be open minded that we're
Okay,
just built
fine.
different.
I'll take it.
I still think it's more boring from my perspective than like
Well, yeah, obviously,
yeah, obviously.
because
But then yeah, they could say that.
your perspective is the exact opposite.
I know. That's like, yeah. You guys think eating food's exciting?
I love food.
Well, no, but I can appreciate like that people do.
I
Oh,
appreciate it if you're like a chef. That feels more cool. Like if you cook, then it's like that feels cool then because it's like you're thinking more about like what are the ingredients, how do they mesh together, It's like a song and a food. How do all the different instrumentals come together? But like, if you just like, I just like eating. It's more like a hedonistic thing than like a creative or inquisitory thing. And I think that's probably why it rubs me off more of the wrong way when it's just like a random person saying their hobby's eating food compared to like a chef or someone who cooks regularly.
Why does it rub you the wrong way?
I guess it's more hedonistic. I mean, like,
Like,
it's
sure.
not as impressive. I would
Okay.
like to say that as a hobby. Like, it's kind of weird to say something hedonistic as like your hobby. I mean, like, I guess like hobbies are meant to like feel pleasure, but like you can like grasp some other more like deeper, more like profound aspects from like certain hobbies. Like if you say like your hobby's playing chess, like yeah, it makes you feel good, but there's also like strategic, intellectual, strategical and like inquisitive things that go along with that. That's just by nature of playing chess. Like if you play chess, you need to come up with strategies. You need to know what the pieces do. You need to think about what your opponent's doing. Or like if it's like photography, there's like feels good, but there's also like some creativeness of angles, filters, nature, what you're taking pictures of, what are the meaning behind those. With food, it's just kind of like you eat food and you feel good.
Okay, but that's just how you see it.
Yeah. Other
Like,
people might see it differently, dude.
maybe. I mean, does it like, would you say like eating food just on that basis feels like as much of a profound or like deep hobby in terms of like complexities? Like, or characteristics that it brings
Okay,
out of people?
but the thing is just that you value complexity over,
I do, yeah.
yeah, and that's like different.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with like appreciating something more as at its face value. I'm not gonna shit on Aldrin for liking Maleficent.
Yes, we
I
do.
think is or wait, what was the movie? What was it, Justice League? I think it's the most garbage thing I've ever seen in my life, but like that doesn't disqualify it from having any means of
Yeah.
attraction.
Yeah. I think it's just the thing when you say that as your hobby at an icebreaker. Like you don't have
Yes.
anything more that like defines you or is more interesting that shows more off of like your personality. I don't know. Like you can have that as a hobby. Like if you like eating food, it's just like don't make it like your main
But,
defining characteristic
like,
when you're introducing
Sure, but you're also in Japan.
yourself. The land of basic women.
No, that's not where I was going with that.
Yeah, I know.
Like, food is. Oh man, you gotta see fucking.
I know they have good
Tampopo.
food.
We're watching that movie, you son of a bitch.
What movie?
It's called Tampopo.
Tampo. Is that Ghibli film?
No.
Oh, I think I'm thinking of a different one. I was thinking like the pond little dude.
It's Ponyo.
Oh, Ponyo.
It's just. I don't know. It's a fucking weird movie, but anyway.
Sure, we'll watch it.
It's it's just like a love letter to food, really.
I mean, food is good.
Just its cultural importance. There is a lot of like
There is culture.
artistic ways to approach food,
Yeah, there is.
and like it's one of your fucking fifth senses. I'm like,
Jeez.
why not explore that?
I mean, that's true. That's why, like I said, like with people that like say they cook or chefs, like I feel like that's like a hobby. Like if you're like trying, I mean, like of course, like you know, eating food's a hobby too. But I mean, like it's more like I don't know. It sounds more impressive. Like tells you something
Okay,
more.
obviously, it's more impressive. But we're not out here like all being chefs, you
I
know?
know. Or at least just say you cook.
Oh my god.
Like if you eat, you have to be able to cook, right? Unless like, what if your hobby is like ordering Uber Eats?
Then that's fine.
That's fine.
Just let people enjoy things, damn it.
They can enjoy them. I will still judge you. And then the
Your
most
staple for
non-judgmental.
enjoying life is Pokemon. How do you think they see you?
They don't know the adventures I've been on. They don't know the friends I've made. Yeah. I know that's actually a legit thing. It's like all my nerdy stuff probably seems like that to them. It's like it's just video games. What? Just online. You just play your little Game Boy. You're just that's kid stuff, right? No, most Pokemon fans are in their 30s. It stays with you for life.
Just so good.
Yeah. It is good. Yeah. But yeah, I don't like judge. Like they can do what they want. Fine. Like I accept that. Like we just are different values and just how I don't see mine as better or greater than theirs, except
That's
within
good,
the realm of my own perspective. But in the meta perspective, I don't. If
That's
that
good,
makes sense.
man. There's a lot of growth there.
Yeah.
I mean, sounds like I'm giving you shit, but I'm not being
No,
serious.
I know what you like. I like that pushback. You know, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
It is good.
It's good. It's good, man. It's good. What about you, Clara? Without waking up Amy, what do you need in a man?
Um,
Oh, and good hair.
Oh yeah, good. I think appearances. Like I didn't mention that, but like
here,
of
that
course.
was, oh my god.
What?
You're throwing shade at me.
And you?
What?
What are you talking about?
Peter, you are mean.
What the fuck? What are you even saying?
Are you not referring to that time where I was talking about the mullet?
You had a mullet?
No, Clara.
Oh, okay.
You can ask anyone in this group chat. They would know. I appreciate good hair.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
Oh,
mention physical appearance, but that's a given. Like they
Yeah.
need to be hot to me, or like really cute. That's just a given.
I'm just I don't know, I think I look more for like the inside qualities than the outwards appearance. I mean, yes, it helps if you're hot.
Okay, well, that's what we're talking about.
If you
Yeah.
want me to talk about, okay, well,
Yeah, we were just like saying like the appearance is probably a given, like for whatever. Like they gotta be hot to you. Like all else is negated if they're not hot to you or like attractive.
so we're talking about hotness.
No.
No. It's just a given. They need to be attractive to you to a satisfactory degree.
Okay, so we're talking about the inside qualities.
Yeah.
Um, inside quality, open-mindedness, first of all.
What should they
Have
be open?
common, just like I think like Peter, I also like to try new things, so they also have to be like open to trying new things.
Okay.
But another quality I really want is having common sense. I don't have the patience to teach somebody like step 1 from step 10. Like,
Common sense.
you know what I mean?
Oh my god, are you throwing shade at me?
No.
Okay.
Being able to like catch on to things really quickly, or like
So like reading the room, sort of
yeah, reading the room,
like self-awareness.
yeah, and like just common sense, like don't be an idiot.
Well, that's kind of vague. Like, what's being an idiot? Like, what if they make a joke that sounds cringe but is like done to
Okay,
like make
let
people
me
laugh?
an example of my ex-boyfriend is like you're on a Christmas date, you can't tie your skates for like 5 minutes, so the girlfriend just reluctantly asks, "Should I tie your skates for you?" Do you say yes or no?
Yes.
You're out.
What? What's wrong with them tying my skate?
You're so out.
Why can't I have them tie my skates?
That's, you were so out.
Explain your reasoning.
Okay. It's because, first of all, well, you wouldn't know because like you didn't date me, but he knew that I was getting tired of mobbing him.
Oh, okay. That detail needs to be included.
So, in that situation, I still remember it clear as day. He literally looked up with the most happiest expression, and he's just like, "Yes!" And I was just like, "The fuck?" I was like, "Can you not even?" Oh my god, it just still triggers me to this day. And that's when I just like saw my entire future flashing before my eyes, where I would just be momming this guy for the rest of his life, and I'd be frustrated, and I just die in my grave in frustration. So anyway, common sense is
Wait, so that in that case, it's kind of like because he couldn't.
read the room.
Well, I guess so. In that case, if he didn't ask you to tie his shoes and he asked someone else, would that have been better?
No, it's just like if he asked instead of me tying his shoes, but it's like how to tie it, then I would just
So you
then
want
tell
it?
it. But then
Okay.
it's just like getting me to tie it, like
Because in that case, it
you
kind of
should,
sounds like.
because like usually it's kind of like okay. Here's like the thing. Like I know this is what's that word?
Misogynist.
Misogynist.
Yeah, just misogynistic. But like I still had like kind of like that dream where like on my Christmas date, the guy would be like tying my skates for me instead of me tying the skates for him.
So yeah,
Is that
that's what it sounds like. Like that you want
yeah?
him to be like, the
It's
man
just
role.
the first like because like I've been doing all the man stuff in the relationship for like the longest time. Like, can I not just ask for one like date in our Christmas date where he does like the man role instead of me? Like, like that was like that's where I just kind of got really disappointed, I guess.
So I think we know where the real issue lied there.
But he still had no common sense. He
I
had no
guess like
common sense
that's
throughout
part
our
of it.
relationship. He had no common sense throughout the whole relationship. It was like dead ass.
Dead ass.
Yeah. So anyway, common sense is required. I didn't get this whole story out. Oh my god. Um.
Okay, continue.
mm, open-mindedness. Open-mindedness. They talked about that. I think that's pretty much. Oh yeah, just being kind, but not too kind. Okay, that's like a really vague thing. Oh, I hate sounding like that. But
Don't be too kind.
oh my god, what I've been. I sound like an idiot. Okay, how do I explain this? So like kind as in like they think they're able to think in my perspective, and then they're like they care for me, and I am one of their top priorities. Like they're kind in that way, and they take care of me, but then not too kind to the point like they can't like think for themselves, and they only think for me to think about me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Like there are some guys who are so nice to the point they don't think for themselves. They just like
Like you want
do
them to have some independence.
yeah, and their own opinions instead of just being like,
Oh no,
no,
yeah,
it's
that's the real
okay.
one. Yeah.
No, it's okay. You
Like
do
not
it. No, it's like I
a
want
yes
what you
guy.
I want what you want. Like so like if I really wanted that, I just feel like okay, just shut up and just like listen to me in this situation. That's like what I would say. You know, like if there was a situation where I was like we need to follow my like way, but then I still want like him to like at least like in other cases be like actually express some opinions, right?
Yeah.
So that's what
Yeah.
I meant.
Yeah. Like
Did that get through?
indecisiveness. Huh?
Did that get through? Did that get through properly?
No, yeah, I feel like I understand. Like I even feel like that. I don't like that when like someone. It's kind of like the same thing with the. I don't like it when they try to like get into something I like when they don't really like it, like that over compensating. Because then it's just like it
Mm.
doesn't feel like they're showing me their real self. Just kind of
Mm.
and just kind of like like if they try to agree with like everything I say, like I prefer that challenge. I like to see like what you really think, rather than just like it being everything's being a circle jerk.
Also, like I think in terms of like being kind but not too kind, I think that also applies in the bedroom.
Wow, you really struggle with that.
Yeah, Jesus.
Kind but not too kind, but when she's fucking my ass.
Were you like imagining him choking you?
No. No, it was just like this was embarrassing to say out loud. I don't know. I still have trouble with like, yeah. Okay, I'll
Mhm.
shut up now. We can move on.
Mhm.
Anyway.
No, that's fair. Like, it's like you're in the bedroom and like you want him to choke you and he's not. You want a
Oh my
man
God.
that can dominate.
We're moving on. What else is there? I don't like a guy who can't. Oh, it's the same thing, but like, um, I want like a guy who has his own opinions, someone I can talk to, but not too talkative. I feel like this is beginning a trend. There's
Good
a trend.
balance.
Yeah, just a well balanced man, please. That's all.
So you're on the slow to fast talker scale. You're on
Oh
the
my
spectrum.
God.
You're in the middle.
Yeah. Well, not too slow, because if you're too slow, then I get impatient as fuck. If you talk too fast, and like my head hurts.
Yeah, sounds about
Is
right.
that where I went wrong?
Peter, what the hell?
I'm just
Okay,
kidding, Claire.
I will.
Pay
I mean,
attention to me. God
I'm gonna seriously slap you.
You're supposed to shrug these off. These are nothing words.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Like, I can't think of anything else. Why do I just feel like those like Goldilocks and the Three Bears with the porridges? Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
Yes. Imagine the morning brown.
Oh wait, I just found another one. A guy who shares the similar sense of humor as me.
Oh yeah, that's always important.
Yeah. Like I want to laugh together for the rest of our lives, instead of fighting.
Yeah. Humor is a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any relationship can really work if you don't have the same humor. Like if you can't even like have the same thing, then like what do you even do in your conversations?
Hmm.
Like every conversation would just be like either an argument or like some sort of like weird productive conversation or just boring.
Hmm. I feel like marriage is definitely uh like a what's that called? A companionship as well as like romantic. Cause like from what I heard, like the romance doesn't last very long, as bleak as that sounds.
No, yeah,
Mhm.
it's true.
That's very true.
Yeah. So like I want to be with someone who I love, but at the same time, someone I can like be with for the rest of my life and like have fun. Not even just
That's it.
like
Yeah.
love each other. That's all. Like that's natural. But like just enjoy each other's companionship.
Hell yeah. That's like so it should be if you're planning on staying with someone for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. That's why I definitely don't want to do what my mom and dad did, but just like meet, matchmake, and then meet people that way. I mean, yes, I guess you could fall in love that way, but like
Is that what they did? They went to like matchmaking parties?
they no they met through a matchmaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they met through a matchmaker, and my mom they only dated for half a year before they got married, and I definitely not do that. Like,
Oh
I'm not
my.
against the sense of matchmaking in general, but definitely not over a half a year. But I feel like more than that, I just like want to naturally meet people, you know?
Yeah. But that obviously gets really hard later in life.
I want to naturally meet them and then fall in love with them and then marry them that way. So, I don't know. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we all want to meet someone naturally. And I kind of feel like, especially with like when it comes to like, because I've been using like Tinder and stuff, and it's like, it is
Mm-hmm.
much harder, like because you're not really like meeting someone from like your own like surroundings, like
Mm.
if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, where like someone you kind of have like shared experience and like interest with, instead or like even workplace, like anything in common, it's just kind of a random person, kind of seeing where it goes. So that's why it's like kind of
Mm-hmm.
better to grab someone from like some sort of familiar space, like your work or school, club,
Mm.
and those kind of things.
I feel like um the reason why I got off the matchmaking like Tinder or like Bumble or just those kind of things is because like felt like I was trying to force encounters instead of naturally making them.
Well, yeah, that's what the dating life is. It's all forcing it.
But like for me, I like those natural encounters, like as in like people I meet in my life
Yeah.
over time. And I don't know why, but I do end up meeting a lot of people or running into them. Probably because I'm still in school. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But even outside of school, I feel like I'd be pretty confident in meeting people on a regular basis. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think if I can help it, I'm definitely not gonna use um
Yeah.
those yeah dating apps.
Yeah, you're a very personable person. But I don't
Mhm.
I think a lot of people like struggle with meeting other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
know.
don't really have a choice at a certain point.
Yeah. So weird. This generation is so fucking weird.
It is. You don't have a religion anymore. You can't meet the cute church girl at church
Jeez.
and like talk about how much you love Jesus anymore. Now you gotta find your own place and time to meet them. You gotta find your own things to talk about. You can't talk about Jesus no more.
I don't want to meet people at church, period. Rumors spread like a wildfire.
In the church.
Yeah, like the church community talks a lot, especially the Korean church community. Holy shit, just don't get me started on it. Ugh. Yeah.
What
I would
happened to
never-
not bearing false witness against your neighbor? Those churches are fucking gossiping as shit.
It was just the Koreans.
Yeah.
Koreans love gossip.
What Asians don't?
Oh my god. It's like, if I date a Korean, I 100% guarantee my mom will find out within like a month and a half.
That's hilarious.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
The Korean
grapevine
community is probably
is
just a
just-
bit smaller here, anyways.
Yeah.
And they're also really close knit. Like Korea has like this like saying like every Korean knows each other through another person. As in like we have a mutual like bridge, like a person friend between another person. So if you meet another Korean, even if you don't know them, you'll probably know another Korean who you guys both know.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like Ohana means family or something.
I don't know.
That's like Kuma
I
Matata.
never-
I don't know.
Never really identified well as a Korean. I always felt like a failure as a Korean.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Because I'm not like those like super cute Korean girls or like
Oh,
those really smart Koreans or like those like really church Koreans.
Church Koreans is this group of Koreans out? That's a category?
I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It's just like I feel like I never really met. Like I was like I sort of fell in all those categories, but I never really was like 100% there in any particular group. The only like I guess Korean I would suit most with is the gamer Koreans.
That's the fastest rising category of Koreans. Those gamer
Yeah.
Koreans.
Yeah, so like that's what I meant. I don't know. What was the point of this? Like where were we going?
What you like look for in a man, looking
Oh yeah.
deep within yourself. What would make that relationship satisfying for you?
Yeah. I don't know anymore. Just someone who loves me for who I am and who will accept all my faults and well, who will help me
Yeah.
overcome my faults.
Yeah, that's an important one too.
Yeah, who will like accept but also help me overcome them.
How can they help you
In-
overcome them?
Encourage me to not stay stagnant in life. Make changes. Push myself to become a better person.
Someone who's
Still have a
motivated.
bunch of
Hmm?
insecurities I need to get past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of insecurities. Which is why like it really is nice if I can if they can help me with those. Or I don't know, just encourage me to be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that. That's a big one. You want the person you're spending time with to like push you.
I don't want anyone to think I'm a perfect person. I don't want to like date anyone who believes that I'm like a perfect. Does that make sense? I don't know.
You don't want anyone to
Yeah.
think you're a perfect person.
I don't want anybody. I don't want to date anyone who thinks I'm a perfect person because that already tells me that they don't see the real me.
Oh, I see. Yeah. They, they're like over.
And if they believe that there's like actually a people who are perfect, that just doesn't reflect well. Like that they don't reflect uh well on me.
Yeah, they think of you more as an idea rather than who you really are. They don't see
Mm-hmm.
you just like, or they're like a simp that just worships you. And that's
Mm-hmm.
not a satisfying relationship either. 'Cause then it's like creates that power imbalance where it's like they're really dependent on you. You're not as dependent as on them as they are. Just awkward stuff.
But yes, that is me.
Thank you for sharing with us, Clara. I learned a lot.
Well, thanks for listening.
Of course, I asked the question.
Well, now we will have some question and answer period. If you have any questions you may now ask.
Anyone?
All right, I think I did well enough in my presentation so that there's no more questions. Yeah, see, that's my sense of humor and easy.
It is just also going back to like the meeting people naturally thing. I think it's just, well, I guess it doesn't count as natural. I think it's just easier for girls to meet guys in general. Probably the other way around.
Girls to meet guys?
Yeah. But I guess that's just
Why?
because a bunch of guys throw
Why?
themselves at you. But I guess they're not really good guys.
Mm,
I guess it's more like you meet a lot of guys, but there's a lot more of the bullshit guys you gotta run through.
oh, yeah, like the ones on Facebook.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that guy just, like, I wanted to bleach my eyes after I saw his profile photo.
Yeah.
I sound really toxic, but it's in all honesty, it's because, like, I had to deal with some bullshit dudes. You already heard of my stories, so
You did. And those were
I
some
think,
bullshit.
mm-hmm. I'm glad that we can agree. Hmm. What else is? But I also meet a lot of non-bullshit guys, which is nice.
That's good. Or do you meet them in person or online?
In person. All the online guys have been pretty trash.
Oh, makes sense.
Right.
There's a reason why I don't go on online dating sites anymore.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. It is.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a girl, it's like, I guess for guys it seems like, oh, if girls are so easy, you get matches all the time. I guess there's more work in like filtering the matches.
Yeah, like we get a lot of matches, but the reason why I don't even respond to them anymore is because I'm just tired of like trying to find a good one out of that bunch, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm just sick of getting so disappointed all the time.
A lot of disappointment.
Yeah, there's been a lot of disappointment. But the people I meet in real life are like really, really great.
Yeah. They gotta turn their game up. They can't put the same moves that they do on Tinder because the stakes are too high. They gotta be a real person now. They can't hide behind a screen.
If a guy said like um that he missed you, does that usually is that something you say to a female friend? I don't even know.
Can be.
Depends on the guy.
Hmm. I see.
It obviously sounds more like romantic-y. It's in a blur area. That's something you can't take. It's like a data point that you need other data point to corroborate with, to like contextualize it. You can't just take it in itself.
I
You
think
just
like yeah.
yeah, keep aware of it. Doesn't
Mm.
mean as anything necessarily, but it can with if there's
Well,
other data supporting it.
this guy friend of mine asked me if I wanted to go explore Port Moody together with him next week. And I was like, sure, I need to start getting back in shape anyway. Then he was like, okay, okay. And then a lot of other conversation followed. But the important thing is basically he was just like, at the end, it's like, yo, I like miss you, yo. I was just like, oh, didn't know what to say. So I was like, yeah, I miss you
No, he wants
too.
to fuck.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know his intentions.
yeah,
I'm just being crude. But he seems
yeah.
interested. Doesn't
That's
That's not just they were just friends. That seems more like if I were to guess, he's he's probably interested and might want to start something.
mm, he. We did have a thing 2 years ago. I don't think I've ever told you about this.
Probably not because I don't even know that guy.
Yeah. Um, how do I explain what we had? Met him in French class in uni.
Oh,
Oh,
He was first year, I was second year.
your first base and Julia.
Oh my god. No, it's not like that.
Nice.
But he was first year and I was second year, and like I think he really you could tell that he liked me. We hung out a lot together. We like went to UBC Rec Beach together to like work out. I mean, take the stairs shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then to look at the sunset. And like the more I hung out with him, I felt like we weren't like meant to be I don't know. Like at the moment, because like I didn't know jack shit. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like really intimidated because at that point I was still like not in my Tinder stage. So I was like very because like when he invited me to his dorm room, I was like, whoa, what is this guy thinking? And I was just like super scared. I was like, is he into that kind of
Hey,
stuff? Because it
Turbo
was still
Play,
like
thanks
I
for
was
the
still really
follow.
innocent.
We're just chilling here.
And then third year was when my Tinder phase happened. So
Fascinating.
yeah, so anyway, I guess like we did have a thing and then I got scared, so I said I want to stay friends. And that's what happened.
Stay friend.
Hmm.
But now he wants to meet with you again.
Yeah, because I guess time passed and then we met each other on the bus like a year and a half ago. No, year ago, yeah. And I was like, that's when I broke up with my other ex-boyfriend after. So I was like, obviously single. And he was like, so are you dating anyone? I was like, no, yeah, I'm just like chilling, focusing on like school and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, me too. And I was like, yeah. And it, like, that's how we like caught up, I guess. And then he started talking again. And since then, like, we've been like catching up once in a while, just like talking. But, I don't know what his intentions are. I don't fucking know anymore. It's just like I feel like I don't like overthinking, so I just don't think.
Well,
I don't like overthinking, so I don't. Oh my god, I sound like an idiot.
it's fair. I think
Yeah.
if anyone wants to be alone with you for like a long period of time, I think it's safe to say that they're into you. I think
Really?
that's like a safe assumption.
But Aldrin likes to be with me for a long period of time, and he doesn't like me that way.
I guess that's kind of different because you have a long history with him. But if it's like someone you don't know that well,
I guess. I don't know.
because you
See, I
guys are
had.
like kind of like besties and you've been through all the ups and downs. You're hot and you're cold, you're left and you're no.
I think I have really, like, I have a lot of difficulty discerning between like intentions, because like I have a lot of guy friends, so like I usually just assume that usually like guys don't think of me that way. Unless it's like blatantly obvious, like blatantly.
Blatant. I mean,
Yeah.
like
So
most
I
people
don't
aren't
know.
blatantly obvious about their feelings. You know, it's like
I
hiding your
don't
power level. You don't want to reveal it all at once.
know. Oh
Mm.
my god, that's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah. If you show it off, like it scares the other person. You gotta be slow.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that's what my confusion was. Thank you for clarifying it a bit.
No problem.
Mhm. Okay, wait. So now that we're on this topic, in the case that he is interested, how do I reject him without hurting his feelings?
You ghost him.
Oh god. Is that the best way?
I still want to be friends with this guy. He's nice.
Well, then you can just be like, it's probably not the best idea to like go on one-on-one outings with him. That's probably like the first thing you don't want to do.
But right now, I don't know if he's interested in me, so it's fine, right?
I guess. Like
Because he
you
could
want to.
literally, he's a friendly person. He could literally just be like,
Yeah.
wanting to be hanging out as friends.
Yeah, he could be. I
Mm.
mean, is he dating anyone else? Is he?
No,
Do you know if he's into anyone else?
I don't know. I'll ask him next week.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing. Like you kind of just drop hints that like suggest.
But what if
You
me
know?
asking, say, hey, so are you into anyone these days? Comes off as like me asking if he's single.
What you do is you be like, yeah, I'm thinking about dating this guy.
Making up a lie? My gosh.
He could think you're talking about him the whole time though,
Oh,
and he's like, "Yes, I do."
Oh my god. I'm just
maybe that's...
here. I'm just thinking of like saying I'm gonna be gone from this country for like a year. So I think this is a bad time for me to be in a relationship.
Oh, well, don't say that.
Well, you can't
What?
say that without before he asks you out.
Yeah, no, but if he does, if he's like, if he, oh, or like, I guess like I can.
You just gotta
drop.
end it there. Well, I mean,
I don't even know anymore. What do we even?
So you gotta like drop big ducats that you're not into him. If you want to be friends still, like you have to make a lot of insinuations that you see him as a friend.
Whatever. I'll just decide. I don't even know if I like him that way or not. Like, who knows what kind of person he became?
What kind of person did he become?
I make it sound like. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. Usually the best way is to like bring another person whenever you hang out. Just like don't be
No,
alone.
but we don't have any mutual friends. Other than this one other dude who's Chinese, who's also who. What is he doing these days? Actually have to catch up with him. He just made me remember about his existence.
Alright, well just don't give off any flirty signs then. Just like don't touch his arm. Don't playfully slap him.
Oh, but when I laugh, I slap people.
yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's your fault.
It is. I can't even help not do that, you know? Like, just. Whatever.
Yeah.
Can't be that hard.
Don't like cling on his arm.
Okay, I don't do that shit.
Don't sit next to him on a bench and like lay your head on his shoulder and fall asleep and have him put his arm around you as you watch him to the sunset.
Isn't that something I do with a boyfriend?
And then
Doesn't have
don't
to be a boyfriend.
interlock lips right after.
Walk what?
Don't interlock your lips together.
Don't agree to go to his place afterwards and grab a cup of coffee while watching Netflix.
I'm not that stupid.
Okay.
We're trying to help you, Clara.
Okay, Peter, do you have something to say?
I'm kidding, Claire. God damn it.
Well, it seemed like you were implying
You're doing
something.
great, Turbo.
Okay.
The end is near.
I
The
told
end.
Amy that I might not marry, and then she started laughing at me.
Why don't you want to marry?
If I don't find the right person, then I might just choose not to marry. That's like a
Oh, I
legitimate
see.
thing.
Oh, okay, I see. That's why I thought
Like
it was.
yeah, like I wouldn't force myself to like marry someone I don't want. I'm not that desperate.
Yeah.
But then Amy's like, you're gonna be so lonely later on, and I'm just like, you get lonely so easily. Like that doesn't work with you. You have to marry someone. I'm like, it's not how I reflect in her eyes.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, there's some truth to that for like a lot of people. Like, I think it's just like married people are often like usually happier than people that end up single their whole life. Not that like you have to
Mm-hmm.
be married your whole life, though. I'm not exactly sure how the statistical data works on that, but I think it
Mm-hmm.
usually just helps to be in relationships when you're older,
Mm-hmm.
or at least like have children or like have pets. Like I don't think it's like the correlation. It's just the correlation thing. I think the big thing is just having companionship in some form, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously marriage is one of the most common ones for adults.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've also like thought about that recently because I think like everyone and like my family that have gotten married, almost everyone has like gotten a divorce, and it's like
Really?
yeah, like, it's like it's a common thing with the Mexicans, in my family.
Common
I
thing
don't
with
know
them.
why. I think it's mostly on my dad's side, like the people that live in America. I think the Mexicans that actually live in Mexico. I haven't heard much of them getting divorces, but well, hey, it's just my destiny to get a divorce.
Okay,
Is what
you
it is.
can't go into a marriage with that kind of thought in mind.
Actually, I kind of like think the opposite. I think there's some healthy level, like when you kind of if you when you give up the idea of eternal love, and you open yourself up to the idea that like the romance cannot that it's possible it won't last, and that sometimes you'll fall out of love, and that's okay. Sometimes
Okay,
it's better to move on.
so I have a question for you then.
Hmm.
So, let's say, because like we all know that like you like love like that romantic, like fiery, passionate kind of love
Yeah.
eventually dies down the longer you're in a relationship. So let's say like you're married to your wife and you loved her before, but these days you see her more as a companion, and but you still enjoy her like presence, you enjoy her companionship, but you're not in love with her. But then this younger woman comes into your life who like you feel the fiery love for her again.
Hmm.
So in that situation, what do you do? Do you divorce with your wife who's been with you, and you feel like the companionship with her, and it's not like you don't like her presence, you like it, and you're like good with each other, but you don't feel the love for her. But then or do you choose the young woman who you feel that love for her, like the fiery passionate love?
Um, it it there's some like qualification I need to do. Like, is when you say like love, like that young woman, is it infatuation or do I honestly believe it's love?
You honestly believe it's love, but then you also felt that for your wife before, but you know it died down. So
I mean, like,
with that, because you don't believe in eternal love.
no, I don't. And like, if I don't, the thing is, like, if I don't love my wife, like, if I don't feel that love for her, then like,
Anymore.
yeah, and the
Like the
relationship
fiery
isn't
passion.
satisfying. And like, because I imagine if I'm getting close with like a younger woman at this age and at this stage of my marriage, probably be
Hmm.
something wrong with the marriage.
No, you just feel some sort of attraction towards her.
Like, if it's just some sort of attraction, that's not like worth risking. Like, my actual marriage. Like, if my marriage is like satisfying and like there is still love for my wife, then like just practically I would stay with like my wife at that time. But like if my marriage with my wife isn't going well, it's not satisfying, neither of us are happy, then yeah, just like be with the one I'm happy with at the time.
It's, I
That's,
see.
yeah, that's just the unfortunate reality that a lot of people don't like to admit, but that's probably like the right thing to do. Like, if you're really unhappy, of course there's other responsibilities that come into account, like kids, home, the finances and stuff, so obviously the answer isn't that easy once it comes to marriage. But
Mm-hmm.
like, if you're really not happy in a certain relationship, it's not worth keeping up that relationship just because at the beginning you agreed to a contract to be together for life. Like 20 years later, why would I care about like an agreement I made 20 years ago? Like, my life would have changed so much at that point.
Mm.
And it's like, that's why like I don't even know if I would agree to like, I would get married. Like, I could see myself getting married, but more of like a for legal reasons rather than like the the spiritual reason of like believing you'll be together forever. Because like, there's no way I can know that at like such a young age, like, or when a relationship is still relatively new. I don't think that's like healthy to have. You put like really high expectations on yourselves and on the relationship to like work out, and
Mm-hmm.
then you like, if things aren't going well, you'll like panic the moment things go like south, instead of realizing that relationships are up and down.
Yeah.
So like, I could still see myself getting married, but I would just like be open to the idea of divorce. Just like accept that from the beginning, that's a possibility. But that's why like I'm kind of like would be hesitant towards marriage. Like, I wouldn't do marriage like with the idea that it's gonna be internal love. Rather, I do it because like for financial reasons, if anything.
Financial reasons.
Yeah, I think like there are benefits when you're in like a marriage. I don't know the specifics of them, but I'm pretty sure they exist.
I think you like share taxes or something.
Something like that. And like, also probably for kids. Like, just having kids is, I want to
For
know.
me, like, divorce isn't like an option if I get married. Like, I would be that much more careful with the person I decide to marry with. And even if we do have an argument or like something like that, like divorce would be the very last option. Like I would do everything it takes to avoid that, even as a possibility.
I kind of felt that when I was younger. That's when I thought like divorce or that marriage was like a sacred agreement. I was like, if I make a promise, I'm never gonna break it. So if I marry this person, then I'll stick with that decision. But instead now I just kind of say that, eternal love is kind of a dumb idea. Why do we think that? Why? Why don't we think
Because
just
it exists in some people.
yeah, sure, and that's fine for them if they want to believe that, but it doesn't like exist like in the physical world. It's not like an actual thing. Like it's nice if it happens. Like if you love someone for several decades and can maintain a happy relationship, but it's like it's not really like a practical thing to like chase after. Hey.
This talk is making me sad.
It's sad at first. This is one of those kind of things where it's like when you lose religion. It's sad at first, but when you kind of think about it, it's not so bad. Because like the thing about like divorce is that it's ending bad marriages, not happy marriages. And so like if you have to get a divorce, then that means your marriage wasn't going well. And that's the part of life. It's better to end a bad marriage and stay stuck in a unhappy marriage because of an idea of eternal love that does when that's already been fizzled out.
I think I'm gonna worry about this when I actually get married instead of worrying about what ifs.
Well, yeah, I kind of worried about it now because like it's just kind of like a reality when there's so many people in my family whose parents got divorced.
Just because the people around you went through that doesn't necessarily set you up for the same path. I think it's an unnecessary concern that you're having at this point. Like, it's like too early, not unnecessary, but like too early of a concern.
I think it's better to think about it now than be unprepared because I think a lot of them probably didn't think about it, or maybe they did. I can't say that. Maybe they did think about it and that they were able to get through. Because I don't know how their divorces went, whether they went smoothly or not, or whether they were able to process it emotionally well. I think there's like it's difficult for me like at this age, my little experience in long-term relationships to imagine the hardships that come with ending a long-term relationship that resulted in marriage. So maybe I'm kind of like speaking speculatorily right now, but like I feel like if I prepare myself now and I have that like mindset and like reasoning at this point, that's gonna make things better if I do come across those situations.
But like, don't you think that if you keep thinking like that, like you're eventually kind of just like preparing your like even if the situation isn't going that way, you're easily going to be like, I knew this was going to happen, and then you're just going to think, oh, this is going to be the way that I imagined it to be, and you're just going to make it go like that.
So like self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised you even understood what I said. I don't even understand what I said.
I think I would worry about that. I guess if I notice myself giving up too quickly in the marriage, like if things got a little bad, because I understand marriage, if you're being with someone for a long time, like love itself is like an emotion. It's like fleeting and it comes and goes. Like when you in love, it's a feeling you have. It's not like some internal thing that always lasts. I mean, you can say like you're in love with someone, but you're not always feeling like you're in love. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like understanding that, it's kind of like, yeah, so I don't have the expectation for eternal love. Because like it is a feeling. It can't be eternal. At least that's how I view it. I don't know. It makes me feel more confident and calm going into a marriage and knowing that I can divorce when I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't. That would be like really intimidating and like I guess like that would make me even more worried if I enter a marriage. It's like shit. Like if I go into it has to be this. I can't go out because I made a promise. I need to uphold the ideals of eternal love. Like I'm sure I love this person now, but what will I love them forever? I don't know. I mean, I have to worry about that then. Like, is this someone I can love forever? That feels like something I have to think about then, because that's like my chance. When I'm out at the altar, that's it. It's my last chance, and then I'm in it forever. But now it's like I'm just doing this for like financial reasons. It's just like I love this person now, but if we don't love each other in the future, that's okay. Yeah, if I'm ever going again in circles, I feel like that was another rambling thing. You feel free to stop me.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually, I think I'd like to have kids too. So that would be like another reason to get married.
Yeah. I really love children.
Yeah. Aren't they just the greatest? Aren't they just the darndest things? Yeah. It kind of goes with like my recent ideology of like not holding high expectations for things and kind of going with the flow. Don't put high expectations on a relationship. Take things day by day. See
Yeah.
how things change.
What the fuck?
I think I saw like a video. Like when my parents got divorced, there was like a video I watched about why divorce is a good thing. And it like talked about how like couples that um don't you that accept that their relationship could end when at any time, like okay, not maybe not in that phrasing, but that are open to the idea of like breaking up if necessary, have like a better success rate of lasting longer than couples that like believe in eternal love. What do you think, Petey? would you be open to divorce?
I mean, I think it's wrong to completely reject the idea of it. Because you can't predict the future.
No, you can't. Your partner
But
could go batshit crazy on
um, like putting everything you can into making sure that doesn't happen is probably the route I'd take.
you. Yeah, you can go
Like
out with someone for
under
like 10
marriage,
years and still like end up
like
divorcing them, as seen by Bub's Beauty.
Wait, did she break up with her husband?
Yeah, they got a divorce.
What?
I know.
Why? When? How? What?
It was, I think, last December. It's like a year ago.
What? What? Why? What?
I know.
But they had two
oh
children
no,
They
together.
did. And they were going out for like 10 years before they married.
Yeah, wait, how did, why? What made them divorce?
I don't know. She disables her YouTube comments on her videos now. So I think
Oh
she's
my.
like doesn't want people to speculate. I think there's rumors that like Tim cheated on her,
Oh my.
but there's no confirmation from her.
I seriously goddamn hope that it's not that.
We can only hope. Like, yeah. It goes both ways. You can have her like it always makes it safer to actually date as long as you can. Like obviously, the more seasons you go through with a person, the more you see change, the more you live together. Those are like the best ways to make sure a relationship will last. Like date them for a long time, live together with them for a long time, have sex with them a lot, and also do things like taxes and bills together. See how they can handle like those responsibilities and stuff.
oh, before you get married?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that's
yeah. Doing all that stuff before you get married is pretty important. You gotta see how they are and like when they handle difficult tasks and shit. Like especially if you're gonna get married with them, like and like your finances are
yeah.
gonna be linked together. It's a big deal.
Definitely need a few years under your belt.
Yeah, living
I
in the
think the
same house.
same. I think it goes the same way the other way too. Like, I would wait a long time before I'm like, okay, that I've had enough. I'm gonna cut ties.
Yeah,
But I mean, ideally, like, like, well, I mean, communication is the biggest thing.
God, can you?
Just the thought of a divorce with like my non-existent husband just makes me sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you have to like I guess think about it in a different way. Like you're getting a divorce because that husband was a piece of shit that didn't make you happy.
Even still, like somebody I would have spent a lot of long time with.
Mm,
Just
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I can't imagine it's really easy. I can't imagine people that have actually like had marriages of like 10 years, 6 years,
Yeah,
or whatever, and had a child. Like
it'd be
having to
really
come to terms with the
difficult.
fact that it's better for them to split up. I can't imagine like how emotional draining, like saddening that is.
It's like there's just like a big hole, kind of. When you
It's
end up
making me sad.
You get your hopes up. You imagine your life together, and then you
Oh my
realize
gosh, Josh.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Oh my gosh, it's already 6 a.m.
Morning,
Holy
Vietnam.
fuck.
Get ready to start
Peter,
another
your dad's birthday.
beautiful day.
I'm aware. He came to go to the washroom and he gave me a look.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I'm still gonna hike, even if I have like only 2 hours. I'm still gonna.
Peter, go to sleep right now.
Are you guys hiking in 2 hours?
What? No.
Oh, that's
Like
ski
6
trip.
hours. So that's 6 hours.
You guys are hiking in 6.
It's my dad's
Oh.
birthday.
Oh.
Anywho, I will bid y'all adieu. Josh is
He's
the
tagging
new.
out.
Are you
Josh.
guys were you supposed to wait for Uldren?
Yeah,
Fuck? What?
that's what we've been doing this whole time, right?
When is he coming?
Well, he's off work at 7, so
He's coming
Well,
to
What
my
do you
house.
mean
think-
7 p.m.?
I
7
think so.
a.m.
Well,
Oh, no,
yeah,
I mean,
because he started at 7 p.m. yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
He's-
Josh.
He's gonna come home when you are
share your thoughts
sleeping. You,
about marriage.
you took like the grave shift. A marriage is cool.
You missed
It's-
like the biggest podcast of the century, dude.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
The one time.
I wish I streamed the first half. I only streamed the second
Yeah.
half.
Oh, you streamed?
Yeah,
When did you start?
like at 2.5 hours ago.
Nice.
I don't know when that is.
It was like 3:30 a.m.
I come here every day with my most entertaining face on every day. And then we never do it. And then the day I do sleep early is the day you do it.
Yeah, dude.
What, for a podcast?
Yeah. I'm always turned on for it. I'm always like brain on for it.
Not exactly sure what started it. It's just like,
That was me.
what did you say?
Nice. You're like, all right, 3, 2. Welcome to I'm your host,
Yeah,
Peter.
Insecurities during sex, I guess.
Yeah, you did.
Did you recently just have it and then it came up?
With myself, yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing it, and then I looked in the mirror, and I'm like, "Ah, this piece of shit. I'm like, oh god damn it,
No.
I can't finish.
Dude, that was actually the stuff. Like, we were like silent and like not saying anything, right? And
Wow.
then you asked me that, and then we talked about the sex. We talked about Wreckful,
Yeah,
about suicide being an STD.
yeah.
Talked
What?
about religion and the absence of it, and then finding meaning in life.
Yeah.
And we talked about sex and
I
trying to
like
be a
that
good
one.
person and the guilt from masturbation and learning that it's not good and straying from religion because of masturbation. We talked about
So when you started streaming,
yeah, that's actually when I did.
oh you bastard. Okay. Anyways, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Good night. I mean, good morning.
Night.
Morning, night.
Don't say that.
What's that? I think everyone's allowed to say that.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, right now we were just making Clara cry.
Oh.
You don't need to say it like that.
Yeah, well, at least Bubs is dating a new guy now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
She moved on.
Oh, is that why you're talking about marriage?
Not
Not
exactly.
really. That it was kind of something that
what
came
did
up along the way.
what did I miss? Now I just don't get it.
You can rewatch the stream.
Yeah, well, I'll come for episode 2. Be like, hey guys, I didn't get the memo. We're doing episode 1.
I'll blame P. He decided to start it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we were just talking about marriage and divorce,
Nice.
all that stuff, being a part of that. It's the
Nice.
circle of life.
The circle of life. Yeah. Pretty sure it starts and ends there.
Yeah. And we also talked about like hobbies. Well, I guess I talked about hobbies. Like what's necessary for you to be satisfied in a relationship
Yeah.
and that stuff.
Fair enough. I'm guessing you were back at the thing where you're like, you need hobbies to.
Pretty much. I don't
Together.
know if I've ever left there. Maybe I did.
I think you said you weren't as extreme as before.
Kind of, yeah, not as extreme like in terms of like all the hobbies. But still think there needs to be a Venn diagram of hobbies. It's gotta be like some overlaying, some outside. Can't just be like circles can't be completely on. I mean, I guess theoretically they could be completely on top of each other or completely outside, but it'd be really weird. But in my personal case, it's got to be a Venn diagram. It's got to be two circles. They got to
Fair enough.
overlap in a bit, but not all of it.
Did they still disagree?
We just kind of went over our own preferences for how they view it. They have their own. They're not as strict as hobbies. It's kind of went over. 'Cause I just like reflect on like who I am and like how I behave. Hobbies, like, it's just how it is. It's just a big part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why are you up at this hour?
I slept relatively early.
Why? What happened to your 4 a.m. adventures?
Well, it's school starts in like 2 weeks. Might as well get into the swing of things. No, I don't know. I was just so bored. We weren't playing anything, so it's like whatever.
We were supposed to play Warzone today.
Oh, we were.
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe.
well,
I was.
nice.
We kind of made plans like that yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. I thought when Olgin took his shift, we were just giving up. Also, no one really said anything at like.
Oh yeah, I personally did not expect to be up until 6
Oh
a.m.
yeah, no, I know. You are the you usually sleep early out of the two of
Because
us.
I'm gonna sleep too tonight.
Nice.
Alright,
Yeah, I
fair.
could just end it for us if you want.
Okay.
So why are you still awake though? Like, aren't you done?
I done what?
You don't want to sleep now?
Oh, I mean, I guess. Yeah,
Oh.
I don't really have any. I was just in the podcast mood, dude. I was like,
You're just in the podcast mood. You sound on still.
yeah. I mean, I'm about to die in a second.
Ah, wow.
I
Okay,
kind of.
bye-bye.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
are we gonna
okay.
say bye together? Oh,
Well, okay. I guess not. No. Oh.
I think I made her too sad with the
Oh.
divorce talk.
Yeah. Was she? Yeah. Why was I even gonna ask that? Of course, she's pro marriage. Like,
Well, yeah,
One of
like
those
she was just like, well, like it's not that I'm anti-marriage. It's just more like anti the idea that eternal love exists, and it's like something that like you should strive for.
did you say internal or eternal?
Eternal.
Oh,
I think
okay,
internal
yeah.
love is a good thing. That's,
Yeah.
But yeah, she's just like, if she gets married, even if shit hits the fan, she's gonna do everything she can to not get a divorce. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely because of like her parents, right? Yeah,
yeah.
because they did the same thing, and she keeps talking about it like that.
Yeah. But I'm
She's
more
like-
like, I'm open to the idea of divorce if it's happening.
Oh,
It's just like
yeah.
breaking up anything. Like, you take things day by day. If there's
Yeah.
enough days where things are shit, it's not getting better. Don't waste time in your life. Move on. Don't hold yourself to a arbitrary agreement made in a cathedral 20 years ago or whatever.
Or in a trailer park in Alabama.
Or in Vegas,
Yeah, that too.
which is how most likely go for us.
Like us too.
Yeah.
That
Now
would give
that
our
you mention-
viewers some shell shock, I'm sure.
This shell shock.
They're just like, what? Why are they getting married? They don't even like each other. And I'm like, oh, I guess that's why we're divorcing in the next episode. It's gonna be the best podcast arc ever.
Dude, that's the first ever a podcast marriage.
Josh and
That's-
Jesse go to Vegas.
No one's ever podcasted during their marriage.
We'll be innovators.
We will be.
Nice. I wonder how much of it was like because you two, both of your parents, went through those two different experiences.
Sorry,
And
can you
you're-
repeat that?
I wonder how much of it is like both of your parents, like her parents went through that, and your parents are going through this, and like, how much of your opinion stemmed off that? Just looking
well,
at how that worked out.
Well, yeah, my parents' divorce was like the whole callus for me reviewing what marriage is. Like,
Oh,
really
yeah.
looking at it. And it's like, there's a part where it's like, you want to be like afraid, like, oh no, if marriage is so common, I don't want to do marriage, because then what if I get a divorce? And then it's like, that's just a waste of time. And you really think about it, it's just like, that's the part of life, like, marriage
Yeah.
is one of those good things, and as all good things, there's going to be hardships when it's gone. That's just kind of like what we need to live with. We need to accept those possibilities. It's not worth staying sheltered and depriving yourself of those good opportunities. So that's why I'm more like, I'll get married, but I'm open to the idea of divorce. Just like you should be open to like anything going to shit. I can like open myself to the idea of like trying to take a cooking class, but it could go wrong, and I can be the worst cook ever. And I can just fail.
You burn down the place and you die.
Okay, well, yeah, that's a possibility. Maybe not the die
Well,
part. I don't think it's
is
worth
it
taking the
safe?
class if I end up dying because of it.
Well,
But you're on the right track.
you could divorce your SO, and then she goes on a psychotic murder spree and kills you.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. That's the risk we take every day in life. We can piss someone off and go on a murder streak, but that's not worth stopping living.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah. So that's why we still do it.
Yep. That's what we still get married for.
Yeah, that even though we can get divorced. So that's where
Nice.
I'm at.
Yeah.
Thank
Well, damn. Maybe I shouldn't have been on today because we would have just been agreeing, unless like you said some other crazy stuff earlier.
Maybe. I could have. I think we could have disagreed about the hobby stuff. We kind of talked about the food. Although I'm like a lot more like lean, like on the eating food hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the podcast. You can.
Yeah.
listen
Well,
to
yeah.
it. Like, I don't think like I'm like my hobbies are much more interesting. Although I can, like in my perspective, they are, but that's just because of my values. Like other people, like how I like enjoy my hobbies, like the sensations I get from them, they could get it from eating food, whatever that means for them. So it's just like,
Whatever eating food means.
yeah,
Yeah, whatever that is.
yeah, if it's worth enough to say it's your hobby, then whatever. That's like, I'm like the thing of when I was like talking about that back in the day, like 3 years ago in Japan, because like it's like judging them for not being interesting. But now I realize like when I talk to people, am I really even that interesting? Probably not. Like not
Yeah.
any more than them, especially because I don't say much shit. I don't like just the way I my communication style is, and that like I don't really like talk about stuff I'm not interested in. So it's like, oh, it's not really worth judging. Or there's like, I shouldn't be judging.
Yeah. Well, to some people, you have really exciting hobbies.
Yeah, some people.
So,
Yeah, it's that relative stuff.
and when you find that person, boom.
Oh yeah, that was also the other thing. That's why we were talking about satisfactory, like things we need for like relationships to be satisfactory. Because I was like talking about like, I think I need a slow talking gamer girl. It's
A
like,
slow
what I need.
talking gamer girl.
That's what I need in my life.
Well, why that? Why the slow talking thing? What's that?
Because there's a character in the
What's that
Dango Rango game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's like a slow talking gamer girl. I was like, you know what? I never.
A slow talking gamer.
I always like hated peppy people.
Oh,
I didn't like, and I just kind of like realized I don't like talking to peppy people like for like long periods, but like
why?
when
Do you find them annoying?
it's just exhausting. To keep up with.
That is funny.
Yeah, but then when it's like with like slow persons, it's like something relaxing about this, something like ease. I can feel satisfied like this. And that's probably what I would need. That's the communication style I need. But maybe not too slow. Maybe slow. Of course, like never extremes. Just on the slower side.
Hello. Just. Oh.
I think I might fall asleep, but in like in a good way. The ASMR way.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you know, we could do that too. But
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what-
Nice.
I got that.
All right. Well, thank you for the. I think that guy's long gone now.
Yeah.
You did.
I got
funny.
to like 5 views for 1 second. Oh, that's probably
Yeah, you
one
did.
of you. But
Well,
it's
I was
still-
one because I don't know. I just went to check.
Well, I got you follow. I got the host for 1 viewer. I got the Yeezys. That's all I
During
can
the
ask for.
podcast.
Oh no, now just now. Oh, I
Oh,
got
you
5
got a
views
host?
again. Wow.
Oh,
Things-
dude.
I know, dude.
And now you're about to ditch them all.
Yeah, I need to go to
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. Sweet. Welcome.
What are you gonna do all day now? It's 6 a.m. It's
Yeah.
like the sun's not even up.
Great question.
You're gonna watch the sunset.
I can watch the sunrise.
Sunrise. That's what's happening now.
So yeah, also the sunset. I guess it feels like the sunset for you because you're just sleeping now.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what it feels like. Oh
Yeah.
man.
All right. Well, I'll leave you to it. I own it. I didn't think I would join the call, and I thought it'd be funny, and so I did it anyway. So
It
there you
was
go.
funny.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Okay. Jesse's sleep zone in 3, 2, 1.
Boop. Alrighty. Nighty night, fam. Boo.